Good, happy Sunday morning, August 11, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, man charged in wife's murder in Derry. Little known about couple. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
Do you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Investigators processed the scene at 151 Bypass 28 in Derry, where they say 74-year-old Ellen Munstis was shot and killed. Neighbors on either side say they never heard gunshots.
It's definitely a little shocking.
The victim's husband, 79-year-old Roderick Munstis, is now charged with second-degree murder. Authorities say he called 911 just after midnight.
A phone call came from them. The caller identified himself as Roderick Munstis and asked for police to respond. At this point, we don't know of any previous history with regards to these two individuals or to this address.
According to town records, the home was built in 1974, and the Munstises are the only owners ever listed. One neighbor says he hadn't spoken to Roderick in years, but had no idea that he had a wife. Another says he didn't know who lived there.
Been over 3 years we lived here, and I've never seen them at all. So they're very quiet people.
We're really trying to find individuals who interacted with the Munstises, either Ellen or Roderick, to try to find out a little bit more about the nature of their relationship with one another and also any ties that they have in the community.
The AG's office says at this point it has not been able to identify any known family members. Investigators are hopeful new information will surface.
We're really hoping to know more about these two people, and we're really hoping that when we find those answers, those are going to provide some of the answers also as to why this occurred.
An autopsy is planned for tomorrow. The suspect is due in court on Monday. If anyone knows anything about this couple or if they heard anything in that area late last night, they should call Derry Police. That's the latest live in Derry. Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Several windshields smashed in Manchester neighborhood. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
We feel that if a customer wants their product and they're ambitious and they want to do it today, if we have it here in stock, we have the people, the trucking, and why put off till tomorrow what you can do today?
Visit us at powellstone.com.
Well, Sharice, that's right. As you can imagine, it was an unpleasant morning for people who live in this particular neighborhood, coming out to find their car windshields were smashed. Now, this is one vehicle that was damaged. The cars were all parked near the intersection of Spruce and Lincoln Streets. Right now, it is believed that late last night, someone was walking through that area and damaged those vehicles. One woman who had her windshield smashed out tells News 9 that about 30 of her neighbors were all in the same situation. Tonight, she is hoping someone will be held responsible.
Rushing to get to work, and I started the car. I didn't even see it when I walked up, and I just looked up, and I was like, oh, what is that? I was like, oh my God, really? First I started crying, and then I started calling the cops.
All right, so right now, no description of any suspects. So if you saw anything last night suspicious, Manchester police want to hear from you. Reporting live in the Queen City, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Bridge work planned in Portsmouth. Bridge work on Woodbury Avenue in Portsmouth is planned this week. Drivers should expect minor delays with lane closures on Route 1 bypass. The New Hampshire Department of Transportation will be doing bridge work on the Woodbury Avenue Bridge from Tuesday to until Thursday. During that time, crews will be setting steel beam girders on the bridge. Minor delays are to be expected as one of the southbound lanes and one of the northbound lanes of Route 1 bypass will be closed to traffic, state transportation officials say. The bridge work is expected to start at 6 p.m. Tuesday and continue through 7 a.m. Thursday. Traffic will be stopped while the setting of the girders take place, according to New Hampshire Department of Transportation. Officials ask that drivers be alert while going through the construction site and obey all posted signs. Bill Weld campaigns in New Hampshire days before President Trump is set to visit. Presidential candidate Bill Weld campaigns in Granite State days before Trump is set to come. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
Do you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld hopes to grow his base as he campaigns Saturday at Hudson Old Home Day.
My strategy is not a secret. It's to enlarge the electorate, not to shrink it.
Weld is in the Granite State just days ahead of a visit by the man he's challenging for the 2020 Republican nomination. For the first time in more than a year, President Donald Trump returns to New Hampshire Thursday night for a rally at the SNHU Arena.
I do know that his plan at the beginning was just to do a couple rallies at the very end, right before the primary. Maybe he sees something in the polling that makes him think he should pay attention. That's sort of my feeling and my hope.
In March of 2018, the president was in the state to lay out a plan to fight the opioid crisis. But his last campaign stop was the night before the 2016 general election at the same arena in Manchester.
New Hampshire's a purple state. We are a battleground. He narrowly lost to Hillary Clinton by just a few thousand votes in 2016. Depending on how the states break down, our 4 electoral votes could be wildly important in 2020.
Political analyst Scott Spradling says the president will likely try to appeal to independent voters.
I expect on Thursday a major show. I think the campaign is pushing for a sold-out rally, an overflow crowd outside, and something that looks like a massive major spectacle. Democrats and those who are hoping to beat him in 2020 are also marking this date on the calendar. So this could be quite the political circus outside the snooze center.
The Trump campaign has been texting Granite Staters saying, quote, "I want you to come to my huge rally in Manchester, New Hampshire, along with a link to register for tickets. The arena can hold more than 10,000 people.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. FBI investigating after Jeffrey Epstein dies by suicide in Manhattan prison cell. Let's take a listen to this video.
For 10 years, New England homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. We get the job done right at a fair price. Call today to arrange a free estimate and to reserve a spot for your 2019 roof replacement. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Jeffrey Epstein has been accused of misappropriating vast sums of money belonging to Victoria's Secret's owner Leslie Wexner. Epstein managed the billionaire's personal finances for years and helped Wexler acquire his 7-story mansion near New York City's Central Park. According to the Wall Street Journal, a letter from Wexner states that some of the funds were recovered, but notes that when the first sexual allegations against Epstein surfaced in 2007, he cut ties with the embattled financier. Wexner says he was sickened by the abuse allegations involving numerous underage girls. Epstein has pleaded not guilty to federal sex trafficking charges, and his lawyer did not respond to a request for comment.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender and wealthy financier, died by suicide in his New York City jail cell yesterday. The Federal Bureau of Prisoners says Epstein was found unresponsive around 6:30 a.m. He was taken from the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan and pronounced dead at an area hospital. The FBI is investigating the incident. And that does it for this Sunday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.